And welcome back to Restore Our Planet Podcasts with me, your host, Jack Cole. So today I'm joined by Shubhashis Bhattarai from Nepal, who's been telling us a lot about the work that he's got going on up in the mountains. So Shubhashis, welcome. And would you start by telling us a
Thank you
little
so
bit
much.
about your background and the work that it is that you do?
Okay, hello Zach, nice to meet you. As you just mentioned, I'm Shubhashis Bhattarai, all the way straight from mountainous country in the South Asia, in between India and China. Currently I'm studying my undergraduate degree to my last final semester in Institute of Forestry, Tribhuvan University, Nepal. And recently I've been working as a research intern in Forest Training and Research Center, focusing my research area in Sepok-Sundar National Park, one of the largest national park and the one and only Trans-Himalayan National Park in Nepal. So over the last 3 years, I've been working in ground-based research involving with different CBOs, community-based organizations, NGOs, government agencies, focusing on medicinal and aromatic plants maps, basically non-timber forest product, NTFP. So I'm very interested in working at the grassroots levels to help with like socio-economic upliftment of the rural poor, marginalized people, climate vulnerable people by sustainable utilization of medicinal and aromatic plants. So this has been a research journey yet. I'm very interested to work in all these things, and it gives us justice and good happiness to work in this sector.
Lovely, fantastic. Good start. So would you mind telling us, for those of us who might not know that much about Nepal, what it's like there in terms of conservation and climate change? What is the current situation and threats?
Nepal is a developing country, and it's like it's a fourth vulnerable country in terms of climate change. We don't have like big emissions. Our contributions in like emissions is very negligible. Our country is a mountainous country, lots of mountains and lots of mountain range, and majority of the people here are like farmers. They keep on farming vegetables, fruits, and so on and so on. Very less people are involved in industrialized or other sectors. So big economy from our country, it comes from the revenue generated by foreign employments in different Gulf countries and other developed countries. So it's like that. So yeah.
Beautiful. And mind telling us a little bit about maps? Sort of what are they, and how you are exploring ways to use them to help uplift the rural poor?
Yeah. Maps is basically, before understanding maps, we have to understand the non-timber forest product. Non-timber forest product is the product except the timber. It includes like fruit, nuts, berries, mushrooms, honeys, resins, along with maps. And maps is a specific subset of non-timber forest product that has medicinal values, that can be used as a drug remedies. Illegal extract, it can be used as a medicinal purpose. So example like different perfumes, herbal medicines, peppermints, essential oil, ginsings, chamomiles, all these are maps, medicinal and aromatic plants. So talking about the medicinal and aromatic plants in Nepal, Nepal has a diverse sectors of medicinal and aromatic plants. It is listed that there are more than 7,000 species of plants in Nepal. Among them, 10% of plants have their medicinal value. So, Department of Plant Resource also mentions that there are more than 700 medicinal and aromatic plants in Nepal. Among them, they have been locally utilized by traditional herbal medicinal purpose, ethno-medicinal purpose by different ethnic class to cure their disease and so on and so on. But like 300, it is listed from different research like Shrestha et al. In 2012. It is listed that about 300 medicinal plants are commercialized and they've been traded in national and international market. But the condition, as I got to see in my last 3 years journey while researching on medicinal plants, is the condition over here is very low. The actual farmers are not getting the actual money, economy, and their life standard is not being uplifted that much in that level, because the regionals and international traders, they are basically focused on earning money, and government agencies are also not that much focused in the commercialization of medicinal and Ayurvedic plants. The researches are very less in these sectors, but these sectors is a great sectors to earn revenue for the government and for the locals, farmers, to uplift their living standards.
Okay, so what things can be improved to further help these communities? What are some of the barriers?
There are lots of barriers, right? There are lots of barriers. As you got to talk about the global economic trade in medicinal plants. World Bank in 2019 has estimated that around 2.6 billion USD was traded in 2016, tripling the value over last 15 years.
Sorry, what was that? 2.6 billion? Sorry,
yeah,
Shubhashis.
2.6 billion USD. Yeah, 2.6 billion USD in 2016. The World Bank report in 2018 shows that 2.6 billion USD in 2016.
Oh, USD, US dollars.
Yeah,
sorry, right.
Yeah, US dollar.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
It got from it's from global medicinal plants export,
right.
global scenario. But as you got to just ask, like, what are the threats? What has just been the obstacles and barriers? There are lots of obstacles and barriers in our country stopping the better flourishment of medicinal and Ayurvedic plants. As I got to list out like one by one. The first one I should mention is the habitat loss and degradation due to various reasons like deforestations, forest fires, and overgrazing. In the uphill Himalayan, when I was like researching in Dolpa districts, Himalayan district, like few months earlier, I saw that their cattle are feeding over all those endangered and vulnerable medicinal plants, so that their population is decreasing. They don't know the importance. The local poor people, rural people, don't know the importance of medicinal and Ayurvedic plants. So the loss of natural habitat of medicinal and Ayurvedic plants is a significant threat to their existence. And the next maybe the climate change. We have lots of mountains, and they've just been melting due to global climate change scenario, change in temperature, change in rainfall patterns. They negatively affect the growth and distributions of medicinal and Ayurvedic plants. They also affect the quality and quantity of the active constraints that is present in medicinal and Ayurvedic plants. Over the past years, the climate change has shifted the habitats of plants to vulnerable medicinal plants too. So due to lack of awareness, it is also seen that unsustainable harvesting means like over harvesting, destructive harvesting, right? Harvesting immature medicinal plants. They have negatively affected the growth and the populations of medicinal and Ayurvedic plants. And this is a very big threat. I have observed this in lots of districts of Nepal, that this only unsustainable harvesting. So, and the next particular reasons, next threat, it can be due in different news articles and different published and unpublished journals. What I've heard and seen is illegal harvesting and illegal trading. So our country is a country with lots of political instability, lots of poor people, so no good economy. So illegal harvesting can give you big penny. So we have the biggest one of the biggest economies surrounding our country, India and China. We are between India and China. So illegal trade after over exploitations to India and China, because these are very endangered. Their population around the world is very, very, very less. Suppose Dactyloryza hataglia, it's called Pachaule in Nepali. The scientific name is Dactyloryza hataglia. It looks like Pachaule, means it looks like 5 finger. It is endangered, totally banned medicinal plants, banned by CITES also, banned by Nepal government in all collection trade, and so on and so on. It looks like 5 finger when it is
an endangered plant.
Yeah, endangered plant.
Okay.
It's used to cure your lots of disease, right? Lots of neurological disease, lots of kidney disorders. stomach disorders, right? Spinal disorders, hillier wounds is very, very valuable, but it's very, very vulnerable and threatened. Okay,
right.
But though it's been traded illegally in bordering countries like China and India, so this has been a great threat to medicinal plants. So these endangered plants are in very high demands in the local and international market too.
Right.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, the next plant is like Taxus. Taxus. The scientific name is Taxus wallicina, Taxus baccata. It's a plant. Its leaves, as you gotta refine, it's used to like cure cancer, right? Cancer. It's a medicine for cancer. Recently, what I've heard from my professor is China has been planting lots of taxus in his land in the recent days. So this illegal harvesting and trade is a very big reason and a very big threat to the medicinal and Ayurvedic plants in Nepal. And other particular reasons, maybe lack of good fundings, lack of research on medicinal and Ayurvedic plants, lack of awareness and on people, lack of regulations, good law enforcement, and a very few maybe is attacked by invasive species. Like invasive species means the introduction of unwanted invasive, yes, you're right, unwanted species plant. They also affect the growth and distributions of native medicinal and Ayurvedic plants in Nepal. These are some issues, but like it is easy to come over all these issues if the government, if the other sectors have like good approach. The approach must be a very conservative and integrated approach. Okay, adaptations of integrated and conservation measures. Good approach. Integrated approach means involving all those things together in an integrated platform, like sustainable management, awareness raising, strict laws enforcement, participation of stakeholders, government agencies involving its full pace in these things. So this can be controlled. All these barriers, obstacles can be controlled if everybody has a like good interest and everybody works collaboratively in integrated approach.
Yeah, so there's lots of potential. So in the Nepali case, it's really a case of problems with invasive species and plants, illegal trafficking, and then the vulnerabilities, lack of funding. Tell me a little bit what's going on with the youngsters, the youth.
Yeah, youngsters. I've seen, being myself a youngster, I've seen very less youngsters involved in the research and conservation of medicinal and Ayurvedic plants. So all the national park, like we have 12 national park in Nepal, like all the national park is secured. The security in national park is given by the Nepal army, government armies. So due to the effort of national park and other conservation division forest offices in the rural poor, some conservation actions have been focused. But the conservation actions in national parks have been focused mainly in the wildlife.
Conservation actions. Sorry, the conservation actions.
Yeah.
Actions, right, okay.
Yeah.
Focus on wildlife,
actions, yeah, wildlife. It's focused mainly in wildlife, but not in like medicinal and Ayurvedic plants. Not totally in, very few percentage in medicinal and Ayurvedic plants. What my focus is, if government invests good money on research, government invests good money on the conservation actions, the locals can earn money in a good pace, so that their living standard gets uplifted, and also the government gets good revenue, because for every discharge, every outlet, every permit needs to pay a certain amount of revenue to the government, so that government can earn. You just ask why youths are not being involved. What are the youths? What are the problems youth been facing? Youth involvement in the conservation is very crucial, and there are different issues why youths are not getting involved. how things are going forward. So the first one maybe awareness. The main focus, the main priority is awareness and interest, because one of the significant issues related to youth's involvement in the conservation of medicinal and animal plants is the lack of awareness and interest. I've seen many young people in Nepal are unaware of the economic and ecological, both economic and ecological importance of medicinal and animal plants, and they don't see it as a priority area for their involvement. This is due to lack of awareness and interest. And we see very less opportunities from the government and other sectors for engagement in medicinal and aromatic plants. I've seen different youth organizations in Nepal, different NGOs, different CBDOs focusing on issues like education, health, employment. But there are very few opportunities for young people to engage in conservation activities related to medicinal and aromatic plants. Along with this, awareness, opportunities, we have seen no innovative approaches related to conservation of this. Politicians, other big organizations gives big talk on big things, but medicinal and aromatic plants, it's a herb. It's a very small plant. If you got to conserve, you got to have big value. They've not been thinking on that. So we need innovative approaches involving stakeholders, local government organizations, and central government organizations. Approach initiative related to awareness initiative, community-based initiative, initiatives on social media, right? Not for only for commercialize a business purpose. For enterprises, herbal based, Ayurvedic, small scale cottage enterprises should be established in local rural people's places in different rural districts of Nepal, so that these approaches will come in hand and make it a good actions. And what I've seen in my previous experience, more than 30 districts of Nepal, is there is less collaborations and less networking in the field of conservations of medicinal and aromatic plants in Nepal.
Sorry, there is less what? Sorry,
less collaborations,
right.
and less networking. The network we got to have networking. We have network in other issues related to issues of education, issues of health. People have network, people have organizations, but we have very less organization that focuses on medicinal and aromatic plants, non-timber forest product. So we need to have we need to build partnership among stakeholders, the collaboration among stakeholders, government agencies, CBOs, community-based organizations, NGOs, local communities, to promote the sustainable management practices and to promote sustainable cultivation and harvesting of non-timber forest product. So we have seen different international traders and other national traders. They just been involved on their business only. They take raw material from ruler and they sell it for a big amount of money, right? But they're not actually involved in uplifting the rural poor economy. And the policy advocacy and policy influence is very less in terms of medicinal and aromatic plants. So if you got to have better policies, youth must enlighten their thirds towards better policies and regulations to promote sustainable management practices. Because if you got to talk about the whole the populations, more than half of the populations here in our country are youth, right? They're below 45 years of age, more than half of the population. So involvement of young people in the conservation of medicinal and aromatic plants in Nepal is crucial for their sustainable management and its preservation. Despite many challenges, many youth people are taking innovative approaches, collaborating with different organizations, and what I've told earlier, making the approach of integrated approach involving all those things together would be better to flourish the sustainable management, cultivation, and harvesting of medicinal and animal plants in Nepal.
Very good. Yeah, so it really sounds like there needs to be a lot more sort of centralizing, a bit more structure, some more
Yeah.
collaborations, networking, and just sort of tying things in together using perhaps, as you say, innovative approaches, technology, and educating the youth. Or at least showing them that there's this wealth of, wildlife and plants and things worth conserving around them. All right, so Sebastian, thank you so much for your time. Where could
Thank
people
you.
follow your work and catch up and see what you're up to?
uh, I have told you like earlier, like we have like lots of elevational differences. We have lots of physiographic zones. This is a benefit. This is asset to our country, being a mountainous country. We have hot summers in the Tarai, and we have the tallest peak of the world, the Mount Everest. It's in our country. So 8,848 meters. So we are from like 60 meters elevations from the sea levels to like 8,848 meters. In this land, we have lots of species of plants, lots of medicinal plant species. I mentioned you earlier. We have like more than 7,000 species of plants. So due to like good collaborations, due to good integrated approach, youth must get involved because we have a larger populations of youth in our country, and it's a good earning source for the local people, good ecological benefit for our surroundings, environment, and for growing like timber. You take like hundreds of years to grow like Soria robusta sal timber. It takes hundreds of years. For like maps, medicinal plants, you just take 3-4 years of maximum time. Some grows like faster, like 1-2 years. So government and other CBOs, NGOs, through Restore Our Planet, through this podcast, I would like to like aware all those people's like let's get focused on medicinal aromatic plants, and it's an asset because not all countries have these sorts of geographic, physiographic variations. These maps not grows in all those countries. It grows in our country, so we must get focused on this. We give big talks, we focus on big, larger issues, but this is hiding in the corners of our country. So let's get focused on this. Let's work together in the conservation of medicinal aromatic plants, and let's make this country a very beautiful, more beautiful. Let's add beauty to this. Nice.